Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is Axe here, Ed from Kansas City. So welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you guys tuning back in with me this morning. It is Tuesday. Labor Day weekend is over and it is back to work, which I was working anyway. So shout out to everybody. Appreciate you guys for tuning into the channel, and I appreciate you guys for the likes, the comments. And as you guys know, I normally make videos about getting pallets and things like that, and some of the places we sell them on, such as some of the sites out there, eBay and all of that. But we got another video here for you today, guys, and I wanted to get this video to you guys as quick as I could. So let's get into this video. Once again, I appreciate you guys tuning in. We're gonna get started here, and let's get going. So just want to say thanks for tuning in, guys. And I'm just dealing with a dilemma today because I have several orders going out on eBay. But you know how it is, guys. This is how I do sometimes. I'm different. Carmen's way different from me. She's more professional, more accurate, more organized. I mean, the complete more. Whereas I'm more of a guesstimator, a estimator, a probability person like that, and deal less with concrete, uh, you know, point blank. It is what it is, factual things. So I have some orders going out today. A few of the orders that's going out is this item right here. Just want to show you guys what it is. This item right here is going out today. If I can get the magnet off of this thing here. Okay. So the orders I got going out today, as you know, guys, to stem from the last order you've seen us have. Oops. Is this item right here. This is a Google Nest Cam battery. These items are going out today. So my dilemma for today is, my dilemma for today is this thing right here. This is a charger, right? So I listed these. We had these orders in. We got these orders in months ago, guys, when I was working somewhere else. I was not doing this full time. But I just recently listed those items there, probably about soon after I departed from the job I was at. As soon as I separated from them, I started listing some of the stuff I had. Now I got that particular order. There was an order of Phillips things that you've seen. If you look back at a couple of videos, you'll see that order that we got in. And so I hadn't really got to a lot of stuff. I got a lot of the Lego stuff listed and things like that, and some Pokemon stuff, a lot of those listed, a bulk order of that listed. That saved us time and a lot of things as far as having to inspect and check and all of that, and go through all of that items one by one. I originally gave it to Carmen to do, and she was like, she's like, I want nothing to do with Pokemon. She's gotten some bad experience with selling Pokemon stuff and some of the, with the cards being missing and things like that. And sometimes customers have a way of tricking the stores into receiving items back when they return them with some things actually missing, which you would not know is missing. So you might think they're brand new and they're not. So my dilemma this morning is, as I said, I listed these items, and I had in my original Phillips order, I had, I think I had, I had, I'm thinking I have four of my original order. So I tested one, and I tested another one didn't seem to power on. So I listed about three of them. I listed the listing for three of them, selling for $99 each. And of course, you're going to get people that are going to make your offer when you have it set to make an offer to buy it. So I listed three of them. Now I only had at that time one charger cable, one of these charging cables to go with it. So I immediately ordered those when I listed them, in hopes that I'll have those before orders come in. So, like I said, I listed 3 of these, and I had 4 of them. And when I got to testing them, when I finally got around to testing them, because I worked so much, guys, and that was my purpose. While I was working at the other job as a supervisor there, I would purchase online stuff. I was not doing the outside flea market. I couldn't do that. That was going to be too much work when you're working a labor job with a lot of intense labor, a lot of manual labor, a lot of heavy lifting, a lot of constant lifting. When you're working a job like that, you don't want to really be obligated to have to work on the weekends, standing, and even though it's much more relaxed, you still, or your body needs to recuperate at some point. So I wasn't able to really manage, or I wasn't able to, I guess, basically work both of those jobs at the same time. So working the flea market was not even in the question. So one of the things I would do is when I'm looking for orders, still running a business, but kind of running it as just, kind of letting it slowly build back to what we used to have it as, just kind of just, you know, extra funds, because even where I worked at, it was not enough to, it was probably barely enough to pay most of the bills, but not other bills that were outstanding or something like that, credit cards, things like that, whatever else we might owe, taxes, things like that. Yeah, so a lot of things, and then to have those emergency funds and things like that. So that job was not able to permit me to actually get the things I needed to uh, sustain myself. So that was a dilemma. So one of the things, like I said, I couldn't do. I wasn't in a position where I could actually be working a full-time job and then reselling on the weekends in person myself. Just too tired for that. And I only had basically one day to do it anyway, which was Sunday. So I was using that day. Basically, I relax, get some things done around the house, hopefully get some things listed. Go to church, get some things listed that I ordered, because that was my purpose. My plan was, as I'm working full time, that I'll order items or pallets or you know merchandise that I can sell online. That way I can list it at my own convenience, at my own time, no rush, no pressure. I have a job that's paying the bills. I don't have to necessarily be so eager and hasty to list items, because I have them all. I have a job, and those are going to pay the bills, and I don't need to rush, so to speak. So when I finally separated from that particular job, and now I'm back doing this and kind of working part time, doing the Amazon runs here and there, and then trying to focus on listing the many things I got around our home still that needs listing. That we have a ton of stuff that still needs listing, and getting back to that. So one of the things that we need to do is, like I said, I couldn't really list these things that I got, the Phillips stuff that I got in. I couldn't list this stuff, all of the Phillips stuff, as I wanted to, because it's just so much stuff to list. It's so much stuff to list. So I had to basically just put it on hold. And like I said, I ordered that 3-4 months ago, guys, and I still have some of it to list. I just recently started listing, but and like I said, I had a couple of orders that I was still working on. So my point is this, guys: the long dilemma, the long delay. The point is this: is now I have a dilemma where I have orders going out eBay like these, and I don't have. Hey, babe. I don't have. As I said, I had 4 of them in the first order, and then I ordered another one, and I don't have enough accessories in the order. A lot of the cameras did not come with the wall, the Google wall plates, wall mounts, and the wall plates. It didn't come with those items there, which is this item here. This is the part that goes on this part right here. So those two go in, and you connect it to the wall, and the camera magnetizes directly to it like this, as you guys can see. Right there. The whole set right there. So what happened is that out of the 6 cameras that we have, because we have 2 in the next order, most of them don't have the accessories with them. Cables, wall mounts, wall plates, things like that. So now I'm in a dilemma on eBay of canceling orders because I'm like, hey, we don't have all the what I thought we would have. As I was saying, like Carmen, she lists her stuff based off what she owes. I don't do it like that. I kind of like, hey, I got 6 of them. Hey, I'm gonna list 4 because 2 may not be working. But I forgot about accessories. That's where I messed up at. So let's get into the video. I'm gonna show you guys what we got in so you guys can see what we're working with. So let's check it out. Okay, so here we go, guys. Now this is the last order that we had. As you can see, most of that stuff pretty much I got listed. I'm going to use this. There's not much in here. A few things I kind of have thrown in here just because. So there's a few things still in here left to list. As you can see there, now that piece there was from another order, but we got a few things, just a few things. As I said, I got the Legos listed already. Those Legos there are going to be ones that are missing bags, or maybe it's open or something like that. And then some more. And here you're gonna have more. There's a gang of Phillips lights that either didn't work correctly or probably just didn't work or something like that, guys. Didn't work properly. So you have something like that. Anytime you're ordering liquidation stuff, returns, customer returns, no matter where they're from, you're gonna always have a chance of some items not functioning properly, guys. Just how it's gonna be. So you're always gonna have to deal with that. So here we have some more accessories and lights and things like that. I'm thinking, I just can't remember, guys. I don't remember those lights there. I don't know what happened there. I don't know. Got a ton of these I can list. I need to get listed, guys. This metro stuff. A ton of this stuff that needs listing. That's brand new. Maybe I'll start by listing the stuff that's brand new and then get you the other ones. So there's the things I'm talking about right there. Those are the ones that are all working. I got 5 working and 1 that doesn't work. And I don't have the accessory, guys. All right, so I'm looking for, so what I'm doing right now is I've canceled one person's order who ordered 3 of these lights here, guys. 3 of these lights here. He ordered 3 of those. But I only have, as you can see, these 2 wall plates. Or the mounts. The mounts, that's the wall mount. This is the plate. So the dilemma is I have 2 orders going out. I have 1 wall plate. And I think I have another one somewhere around the house. I was hoping it would be in this box right here. This is like a box where I normally keep a lot of the accessories of Phillips stuff in, but I have like multiple of these boxes around the house. And then along the way you get a lot of other stuff that finds its way in the box as well. So yeah, like this battery does not go with this stuff. Here is a Signia light strip. I was looking for a charger adapter earlier. All right, so here's the things that we got in last week. Now this is all over the floor here, as you guys everywhere. I've taken it out because I was actually looking for another one of those plates there. So I was actually taking everything out of these 2 boxes here because that's what we just got in Friday. Now me and Carmen, we videotaped the order, but unfortunately I deleted it. So there we have that. I deleted it. So I when I did the listing over the weekend, as I said, I I listed it over the weekend, and I only had initially listed like 3. And then when we got this order in, I knew I had other lights come in, or Philip cameras come in, and so I added. When one person bought 3, I added a couple more on there because I said, okay, I have an order in. I know I have more of those lights in there, and I didn't expect them to sell that quick, but you know that was the purpose of listing them, and of course they sold pretty quick. The lights right here, guys. I'll show you. Let's get a box and show you what I'm talking about. So I unfortunately I only had. Unfortunately, I only had 2 of these in the new order, guys. I only had 2 of them in the new order. Both work. And both of them work, but they don't have the accessories. So that messes me up even further. If those would have had the accessories, then I would have... I should have checked it, guys, but I'm just so busy. And I always basically take for granted that I have it rather than knowing I have it, which is not really good to do. It's not the proper way to do it. I agree 100%. But it's the rush way to do. You kind of like, you want to get those sales in over the weekend without delaying until you can actually get to the order, because when we got this in Friday, as you guys know, I was constantly still dealing with the order we picked up Wednesday to have that stuff ready for Saturday and Sunday. So Thursday, I spent we picked that stuff up Wednesday. Me and Jerry tested that stuff Wednesday. When we got back, it was late. We got back Thursday, and I ended up testing all these sound bars. Could not get any of these on sound bars to pair with each other. It's just they're just such a hassle, guys. Those on sound bars are really a problem. Just pairing the subwoofer to the sound bar is like a complete disaster. Just a horrible manufactured equipment. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get all these lights, light bulbs, and I'm going to see if I can all these light bulbs here. I want to get all these light bulbs into this right here, guys, because there's a lot of light bulbs, and light bulbs do sell, and I don't want to damage them. So I want to get all the light bulbs, get them stuck in here, out of the way of harm. A ton of stuff, guys. All right, so more light bulbs here. We'll get. So basically, my time has been spent, mainly trying to work this stuff here now. Spare the moment, take an Amazon run, go do that. 3, 4, 5 hour trips at a time, sometimes multiple a day. That's kind of like the guaranteed money in the bank, immediate money in the bank, should I say. And then come back to listing these things here, getting those things ready to sell for online. So I want to get all the boxes together and out of the way. Then I'll get this stuff listed. These don't go for a whole lot. They do have to be tested. You test every one of them. Like, let me give you guys an example of what I'm talking about here. Like, you see these bulbs here, right? Let's use these for example. I'll see how many of these I have. I have a few more over here. Say for instance I have like 10 of those. What I'll do is I may start a listing on those initially and put 4. And then as I test them, then I know exactly how many I have. But if the listing is actually active, I get the listing active. And that way I don't have to waste time with the item being exposed and, you know, people looking at it and waiting on me to and waiting for me to get them tested, because I may not get around to it. Now that has backfired multiple times. It's backfired. I will agree. Some more lights here. It's backfired because I've had some people. I've had one guy. I've done it with the. Let me give you guys another example. But let me finish the first example first. Sometimes I'll list something like that, and there's times that I'll go ahead and test it. Some of these bigger boxes I might need to move. Sometimes I'll go ahead and test some of the. I'll go ahead and, like, if I got multiples of these, 10, 8, you know, a lot of them, what I'll do sometimes is I'll test a few. I'll test 4 of them, and if 3 out of 4 is good, then out of that 10, I'll go ahead and list. I'll say I have 6 of them, you know, or something like that, because I'm thinking the probability is there that I'll have enough to cover if they buy those 6 or 5 or 6. Sometimes that can backfire. I've had times where I've listed items that I hadn't had a chance to test, and I may, like, let me give you another example that I was saying. Like, let's use these. Let's use those Google Nest learning thermostats. Let's say something like that. Say, for instance, I have multiples of them, or I can use these these Google Nest cams or the Google doorbell cams. I have a multiple of those. I got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15. Got over 15 of those, not even to mention the ones that are out of the boxes. Got over 15 of those, probably 20 with the ones on the table over here. More of them on the table that I started testing, like right there I already tested. So say, for instance, I list those. I may make it a variant. I may make it just whatever. And I haven't checked any of them. But I'll list, I may look at the colors I have. I might have gray, the gray one like this. These are 2 different ones. This is a wired one. These over here are your battery operated ones. So I might have 15 of these. And I might look through it and say, well, I have out of the 16 of these, I may say I have 10 of them are gray. So I'll immediately list about 6 in my variant or in my listing that I have 6 gray. And then the other ones I may have white. I might have, if I only have 1 or 2 whites, I probably won't list them because they have to be checked. And I might just open up the box and look at them and see what I have. But if it's a limited amount, you see another white there. If I have a limited amount of white, then I probably won't list that in the variant. I might have to list it as a separate listing because I don't really know how many I'm going to have. So there's 1, 2, white. There's 3. So there you have that. So as you can see, I have multiple whites, about 4 there. So I'll list at least 2 of those whites on my variant, or at least 1. But I might list 2, thinking at the bottom I have more whites. And I haven't checked any of them. So with that many gray, with that many white, I might, to play it safe, I'll say, okay, I have 5 gray, I have 1 white. And I'll put the listing up. And then I'll go back around and start testing them, either the same day or afterwards. Now, and normally what I do, the first thing I do is I'll immediately test 1 and 1 of both. Immediately. Just in case. Immediately off the back, I have to test 1 and 1. And then I'll do the listing and list it like that. And that way, people order them. Now, I've had people to come back, and guys will be like, I'd like to buy all of those for you for a certain price. And the ones I have listed are tested, working, verified, and I have them graded, such as they're excellent condition. No dings, no scratches. They may be full sets, things like that. I may have somebody that comes back and wants to buy all 16, or maybe I had just a listing of 10. he wants to buy all 10 for a certain discounted price. I will refrain from accepting that offer or doing that at that price because I'm knowing all 16 or 10 may not be working, and I actually have to do more work. If I listed 10, I'll have to do more work testing each one of them for the customer, which is beneficial for me because I'm saving on shipping. But I wouldn't accept it until I've actually tested it all. Now, if they just bought them all outright, then we're in the same problem that, hey, I got to test them, you know, which I would be able to cover it, I would think, because I have 16 of them, and out of those 16, more than likely 10 of them will be working. The problems you have with those is things like this. I'll show you. Problems you get into with items like that, some of the ones that I tested already, is gonna be, I don't know if this is a good example. That's not a good example. One right there. Let's find another one. There's one that I tested. That's going to be a problem that you have right there. On a lot of these, sometimes you have your glass over your camera. I don't know how that happens, guys. If somebody just sabotaged or vandalized or just destroyed somebody's doorbell just so they can purposely not see out of it. Who knows why that happened, but it happens, guys. Here's another one right here. Very rarely, this one had a voice problem. It's just a muffled voice on the Google Assistant, or the volume or the talk on it. So the things you have on these, sometimes you're going to be missing accessories, and then you're going to be missing sometimes that glass where the camera is going to have a little scratch or a ding or chip, and that makes it hard to see the center of the item. So more Philip Bridges and more Google Nest Learning thermostats. And I think this one was the one in the video that was messed up. Yeah, that's the one that was messed up in the video that I originally did. I think that's the bag that goes with it. It's a big seller, though. It's a really good seller. Used to sell for easy 100. They go for about the same price now. Brand new, they go for about 100. So like that, they go for about 80. But I think I sold one already from the last order. Sometimes when I get orders like this in, guys, the things that sell immediately, like the Philips Play there, the Nest cameras, and such as the ones that are already sold, and then the Philips light strips, those sell quickly, immediately, and so I like to get those things listed first because they sell quick and get your money like that. So here's the thing, my dilemma now. I need one of these now. I don't know if that's going to happen, guys. I'll take you guys downstairs and let you see where we're going to go. Okay, so here is the basement, guys. It is so much stuff down here to list, but it's not a lot of money. It's not a lot of big money here. Now, there's no telling where I could have placed that. I need to get these listed. I honestly need to get these listed on eBay. I've had them on Facebook Marketplace for a long time, and I have not sold. I've had a lot of inquiries. Actually, not a lot. I've only had like 4 people that were interested, and they wanted to negotiate, basically. They're brand new. I have like 3 boxes of those, guys. If not 4 boxes. Probably 4 boxes. And I need to get them on eBay immediately. So this is one thing I need to list quickly. That's money just sitting there. The other thing that's money just sitting there are these guys. Here's the Legos that I listed. Here's some other things that are just sitting there. A lot of this Metro stuff, like these are already listed in this bucket here. But I have some in these other buckets that I need to list. And we've had those for years, guys. This right here, guys, these need to be listed. They do sell, and as you can see, there's more of those curtains in there. So we got a ton of curtains that need to be listed, and then we have a ton of Metro stuff that needs to be listed. Most of the Metro stuff is over there somewhere. Now, I have no idea, guys, Literally, I have no idea, honestly. There's all the Legos that I listed. I think only one box here in this whole group of Legos is missing something. I have multiples of those smartwatch bands that I could list as well that I haven't listed. Things, just little small things that make money that a lot of people that a lot of people use to put in their listings to list. Some more accessories here. And I know what I'm looking for. Just need to find it. What is this? It's not in this one though, I can see. It's not in there. I don't know what this is. I just saw one of these recently, guys. Let me check that later. Alright, here's an old box that I've had for a while. Of those things there. Haven't been selling them because people don't like the prices that I got on there. But a lot of times when you have higher prices on there, it's because you're in no immediate rush to sell them. But when you need money, then you sell those things immediately. So, I just have no idea, guys, where that part is going to be at. It will be with the Phillips stuff if I had it. And it just sucks, guys. That little piece, that little wall plate, guys, can go. It sells for about $10 by itself. $10. And so what I initially wanted to do, I had 5 of them sold. One person bought 3, and 2 other customers bought them as well. So what I was initially going to do is this is just a mess, guys. This is a mess. Just need to be organized. I have a ton of these cameras here that got accounts on them. And I'm just hopeful that somehow I can get the accounts off of these cameras so that I can sell them. But now, that's hard to do. These are these Moby cameras. If I can get if I can get those passwords off of those cameras, that would be money. I actually listed them in an auction and they didn't sell though. So, there's the Metro stuff there. And here's more of this Metro stuff here. I got multiple boxes of these guys. There's another box down there right there. So multiple of those can be sold. We have multiple of music CDs that can be sold that we purchased or we got. Yep. I'm talking about multiples of them. More right there. Got a gang of albums, guys, too. So my dilemma is, as I was going back and I was saying, I normally keep all the Phillips stuff together when I'm selling it. So, even though it's disorganized, I know exactly where it's at. It's going to be with some other Phillips stuff. But I have no idea because one thing I do that Carmen doesn't do, and she's really, really good, that's why she's more destined to be more successful than me, because she gets much more bang for her buck out of every sale, because she doesn't do some things like I do. Like, to give you an example, a customer might buy a vacuum from me and I'll give them an extra accessory that didn't even come with it, an extra battery or extra this, especially if they purchase something and then they have to bring it back and replace it. I'll give them something extra like a battery or something. But then when when it's time for me to sell the rest of my vacuums, now I'm out of batteries, guys. Because I done gave a couple of people, for whatever reason, because they had a business or just being helpful or nice, now I don't have batteries to go with mine. So And I do the same thing with these Google things. Somebody might order from me just by itself. That's how I listed and sold it. Just to just the Nest Cam by itself, the Google Nest Cam by itself. And I might have a wall plate. They might ask you if you have any accessories. I'd appreciate it, you know. And I would be like, I was telling Corman, I said, I'll be like, okay, I'll go ahead and throw that in. I'll go ahead and throw that in to him for him. I'll let him have it. As if I'm not ordering this stuff anyway, anytime soon. As if I'm not gonna need any accessories. I might do that with air fryers and ninja parts. Give somebody an extra piece. Do you have an extra one of these grill plates or whatever? Yeah, go ahead. As if I'm never gonna order those again. You know, I'm like, I'm not gonna order that again. You can have those accessories. So, and then when it comes to me needing those things, I don't have them. So there you have that order there, all scattered out here. This is a pretty good lot. As I was saying, MSRP was almost 22,000 as an MSRP on this, and it will make pretty good money, guys. It'll make good money. We paid a nice amount for it. It's a full lot. So it's just about time. It's just time for me to put it together and make it happen, guys. Ugh. Make it happen. So that's what I will be doing. I don't know what's up with these Amazon routes lately. They've been cheap ever since they gave me. I took a block. It's been there for everybody, I'm sure. Well, I took a route. I think it was Tuesday, and no, it was last Friday. I took a route last Friday. Late. It's like 6 o'clock route. And when I got to the Amazon facility, the station or whatever, it was fully packed, guys. But nobody could get in because they didn't have the garage open to let any of the drivers in to pick up their routes. And they normally have a problem at the facility or something like that. And you still get paid, so you still got to gain. This happens enough, it happens not frequently, but it happens where they're just not ready in there, whether they have a machine problem, maintenance problem, and they have to shut down or whatever. And whatever, how companies do that all over. They have to stop production and attend to some maintenance or whatever the problem might be. But Amazon still pays all of those workers. So my thing was a 3-hour route for $91, and I stayed for about 25 minutes. And I still got paid because they wasn't ready. So if you show up and they can't get your order out to you in 25, 30 minutes, or if they just closed because, they're not letting anybody in, you're still gonna get paid that route. So Amazon probably like, hey, let's cut back on our pricing and let's just give them the base pay, which is about $18 to $18, basically about 18 to 21, $22 an hour for your blocks, for your routes, which that don't equal up sometimes. I did one last night, $406 for 4.5 hours, and I was out for 5.5, actually 5 hours and 45 minutes. I left the house at 5 o'clock for my route that was at 5:15, and I got home at 10:40, guys. Yeah, 10:40. My GPS said I would be back home at 10:33. So I got around just a little bit after that. So that didn't really pan out, guys, because that used almost a half a tank of my gas. Yeah, so that's about $20 right there for gas. So you make that $106. Take away 20, that's $86, and I was out 5 hours. And 4 hours and a half was used to drive the packages. 4 hours and something, and it took me almost 50 minutes from where I was in Lawrence, Kansas, or further, because I was in Dakota and Lawrence, Kansas. I was in several places. It just took a long time for me to. By the time I finished my last load, and that happens. That happens often. Uh, it took me. It said 45 minutes before I get home, so it's like 50-minute drive to get home. Not to mention a 30-minute drive to get over there to start delivering. So just off the flip, 30 and 40 minutes, an hour and 10 minutes was used just for the commute there and then back home. And then the other 4 hours plus, or 5 hours, 4 hours plus, 4 hours, about 4 hours, whatever was used to deliver packages. So that's neither here nor there, guys. So as you can see, I'm dealing with this dilemma here. It's Tuesday, and I'm going to just get some stuff listed, man. Still trying to figure things out. Still trying to figure out how I'm going to work this in. Because what I want to do is, what I would like to do is, there's a few things I would like to do. I'd like to go back into my own business full time again. But you really have, I mean, it's really not easy, guys. It takes a lot of money to get the right inventory, and then you really got to work it. And you really got to have that inventory, and you got to have those outlets to sell them at. So it requires a lot. Like these Phillip lights, you can't win those cheap at all. The orders you see we get from Walmart and Best Buy and Target, they're not cheap. They go for a lot of money, and sometimes they don't bring in a lot of money. As you can see, the last lot that we got in from the last video didn't bring in a lot of money. We'll get our money back when it's all sold, but yeah, that's still gonna take it's gonna take getting the best price for them, you know. But I'll still get my money back. But it's not gonna that lot that you see me pick up with the speakers and the sound bars and all that, because so many things were not working, and because the sound bars were not working either, a lot of those, and then the monitors, only one of those was working initially, and we got a couple that he can fix. Because of so many items not working, and because of so many items that need fixing, then that the profit is eaten up. It does away with making profit out of it. These things we haven't tested. I think this is going to be a good one. I'm hoping I don't get a kick to the stomach on that, but I think it'll be a good one. It's a lot of stuff here to make money with, and I think it's good. Best Buy is better than Walmart, so that's a plus. Most of the time, we've had some things from Walmart. We've had our best lot ever, our best pallet ever was from Walmart, guys. And we paid about I think we only paid 8,000 for it, guys. And it was the best order we ever had, because everything was brand new, and we didn't even know that it was going to be like that, because it was like untested. Brand new. It was all brand new. It was PS4s, Xbox Ones, controllers, PS4 consoles, Xbox One console, HP laptops, Apple AirPods, Apple Pencils. It was loaded. Controllers, gaming controllers. That video is in there, guys. It's in there in one of my videos. You'll see it in there. It's way back in the days, though. They don't do that anymore. You won't ever get one of those again. Some of that stuff where you see it, we'll never get again. I'm gonna get out of here because I'm just doing too much talking. I like rapping with y'all. I like long videos because I like using them when I'm driving, listen to myself. So with that being said, guys, you guys, let's see, what is that there? That is, no, that's let me see. God, Google. Okay. All right, so guys, I'm gonna get out of here and let you guys enjoy the rest of your week. Be safe, be happy, and I'm checking out this thing over here. Okay, so, all right, guys, I'm getting out of here. I'm out. Take care.